one BUNK'D star was excluded from her own cast's reunion dinner. The reason involves an arrest, a restraining order, and a boyfriend fans compared to a Disney star who had already died. This is the real story of what happened to the BUNK'D cast after camp ended. BUNK'D premiered on Disney Channel on the 31st of July 2015. It was a spin-off of Jessie, sending the characters Emma, Ravi, and Zuri Ross to Camp Kikiwaka in Maine, the same camp where their parents had met years earlier. The show ran for 7 seasons and 161 episodes until August 2024, making it longer running than the original show it spun off from. It was created by Pamela Eales O'Connell, the same creator behind Jessie, and the cast that started this show as Disney Channel teenagers in 2015, where they ended up by 2026, includes some of the most surprising, most complicated stories in recent Disney Channel history. Peyton List played Emma Ross, the fashion-obsessed, occasionally vain, ultimately big-hearted oldest sibling of the Ross family. She had already starred as Holly Hills in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid films before Jessie and BUNK'D made her a Disney Channel name. She was 17 when BUNK'D started. After BUNK'D ended its first run for her character, Peyton made one of the smartest career transitions of anyone on this list. She joined the cast of Cobra Kai on Netflix in 2019, playing Tori Nichols, a tough, complicated antagonist with genuine depth, completely unlike the bubbly Emma Ross. She stayed with that show for 6 seasons until it ended in 2025. She simultaneously led the Paramount Plus supernatural series School Spirits starting in 2023. In January 2026, she made an unexpected pivot into theater, joining the off-Broadway revival of Heathers, the musical, playing Heather Chandler, the most ruthless character in that entire production. From Disney Channel's Emma Ross to one of the most iconic mean girl roles in musical theater. She also has an interesting family detail most fans do not know. She has a twin brother named Spencer and a younger brother named Phoenix, both of whom are also actors. An entire family of working performers, with Peyton building one of the most consistently successful careers of anyone who came out of the Jessie and BUNK'D universe. Karan Brar played Ravi Ross, the intellectually gifted, snake-loving, endlessly earnest member of the Ross family who was adopted from India and brought genuine heart to a show that could have easily made his character a stereotype instead. He had also appeared alongside Peyton List in the Diary of a Wimpy Kid films before Disney Channel. After BUNK'D, Karan kept working steadily across television and film. He has remained one of the most well-liked figures among the original cast, frequently appearing in reunion photos and group dinners with his former co-stars. In 2022, photos surfaced of Debbie Ryan, Peyton List, Karan Brar, and Kevin Chamberlain enjoying a warm reunion dinner together, celebrating over a decade of friendship that started on a Disney Channel set. Karan represents something simple but increasingly rare in this industry. A child star who grew up, kept working, kept his relationships intact, and never became part of a tabloid headline. In an industry full of dramatic exits and public meltdowns, that consistency is its own kind of remarkable story. And now, we need to talk about Skai Jackson, because her story since BUNK'D ended is the most complicated and most publicly difficult of this entire cast. Skai Jackson played Zuri Ross, the youngest sibling, sharp-tongued and endlessly quotable, often delivering some of the most memorable one-liners in the entire show. She made her television debut on Sesame Street in 2006 and had already built a substantial career before Jessie and BUNK'D. In 2016, Time magazine named her one of the most influential teens in the world. She competed on Dancing with the Stars. By every measure, she was one of the most successful child stars to come out of the Jessie and BUNK'D universe. After Disney, she became a prominent social media influencer with millions of followers. But starting around 2023, her public story became increasingly difficult. In 2023, she faced criticism for asking followers to pay $5 each to enter a raffle for a MacBook, responding to the backlash by saying it was not that serious. She has also faced criticism over her practice of doxing people who made offensive comments online, including, in one case, a 3-year-old, for which she later apologized. In November 2024, she confirmed she was expecting her first child with her then-boyfriend, DeAndre Bergen. But that same August, she had been arrested for domestic battery after a public altercation with him turned physical, with reports stating she had pushed him multiple times before police separated them. She gave birth to their son in January 2025. By May 2025, she had requested a restraining order against Bergen herself, accusing him of assault and battery. And here's the detail that connects this story to one of the saddest moments in Disney Channel history. Bergen had been compared on social media to the late Cameron Boyce, who played Luke on Jessie, and died in 2019 because some fans thought they looked similar. Bergen addressed those comparisons directly in a live stream in late 2024, and according to reports, made comments about Cameron Boyce that many fans found deeply inappropriate given the circumstances. By 2026, when Debbie Ryan, Peyton List, Karan Brar, and Kevin Chamberlain shared photos from a warm cast reunion dinner together, Skai Jackson was notably absent. No official explanation was given by the group. Fans connected the dots themselves, given everything that had unfolded in the years prior. The youngest member of one of Disney Channel's most beloved sibling groups, the one named one of the most influential teens in the world at 16, has had one of the most publicly turbulent post-Disney chapters of anyone on this entire list. Miranda May played Lou Hockhauser, the head counselor of Camp Kikiwaka, and the only actor who appeared consistently across every single season of BUNK'D, from its very first episode in 2015 to its final episode in 2024. 9 years on the same show, the same character, the longest-running connection to this franchise of anyone in the cast. She has remained largely out of major controversy, building a steady online following on TikTok where she shares comedic content. She went through a public fitness transformation a few years into the show's run and later returned to her earlier appearance, something she discussed candidly with fans rather than hiding from public view. She represents the backbone of this entire show, the actor who was there for every season, every cast change, every storyline shift, and who never let the show's eventual ending in 2024 become a dramatic public moment. She simply stayed, did the work for 9 years, and is now building the next chapter of her career independently. Kevin Gerard Quinn played Xander McCormick in the show's earlier seasons, the popular, charming camper who was a fan favorite during his run. After BUNK'D, Kevin pursued a music career, releasing an album titled Real Me. His appearance has matured significantly since his Disney Channel years, and he has continued building his career steadily outside the spotlight that dominated his former co-star, Skai Jackson's headlines. And there is one detail that ties the entire Jessie and BUNK'D universe together permanently. Cameron Boyce, who played Luke Ross in Jessie before BUNK'D existed, died in 2019. His former co-stars, including Skai Jackson and Peyton List, have continued honoring his memory through dance tributes and social media posts on his birthday every single year. Even amid all the complicated drama within this cast, the memory of Cameron Boyce remains something that unites every single one of them, regardless of who is or is not currently speaking to each other. 3 facts. First, BUNK'D ran for 7 seasons and 161 episodes, making it longer than Jessie, the original show it spun off from. The spin-off outlasted its source material by years. Second, Skai Jackson was named one of Time magazine's most influential teens in the world in 2016, at the height of her Disney Channel fame. 8 years later, she was navigating an arrest, a restraining order, and exclusion from her own former cast's reunion. Third, Peyton List has a twin brother and a younger brother who are both also working actors. An entire family of performers built around the same industry that made Peyton famous as a teenager. So that is the BUNK'D cast before and after. Peyton List transitioned from Disney Channel fashion queen to a 6-season Netflix antagonist, and now an off-Broadway musical theater lead. Karan Brar quietly built one of the most stable, drama-free careers of this entire generation of Disney alumni. Miranda May stayed for every single season across 9 years without a single public controversy. And Skai Jackson, once named one of the most influential teens in the world, has had a public chapter defined by arrests, restraining orders, and a noticeable absence from her own former castmates' reunion dinner. 7 seasons, 1 camp, and cast members whose real lives after Camp Kikiwaka went in directions nobody watching in 2015 could have predicted. Which cast member's story surprised you the most? Drop it in the comments, and subscribe for more videos like this every week. The next one is already ready. See you there!